Hey guys, welcome back! We are all decorated for Christmas, and we are finally on update 16, so I am very interested to see everything it has to offer. And since we're on a new patch, that can only mean one thing. It's patch notes time! As usual, I'll put a link to the full patch notes in the description, but here's my brief summary. So, there have been a lot of changes, and some of these we probably won't fully understand until we actually encounter them, but there are some pretty big changes in here. The first big change is to jewels and tools. Now, instead of finding a bunch of jewels in gilded chests, you will, more rarely, find jewel pouches, which work kind of like card packs, where you can choose from a selection of jewels. Jewels now also have a fixed size according to their rarity, so you don't have to worry about what size the jewel is. You can just focus on the actual attributes, which sounds really cool. They've also done some work on challenge rooms, including adding a raid room, which will spawn 3 waves, and apparently you can choose what each wave adds and get some loot at the end, with the possibility of giving a raid rock, which you can then use to make a raid vault, which sounds like a much larger version of the raid room with like 7 to 10 waves and even more rewards. I've actually avoided watching anything about these raids, so when we find one of those, that should be very interesting to experience. Other challenge room changes include a new lab challenge room, which I think sounds like it's bringing back some of the old elite mobs that used to spawn randomly in the vault. I mean, I'm sure they've probably made some changes to them, but I'm also quite looking forward to seeing those guys, because it has been absolutely ages. And they've also updated the X mark room to no longer be a 50-50 between mobs and a pile of chests, but instead you can go down and click on a challenge pillar, and you'll be locked in until the challenge is complete, which sounds absolutely terrifying, but might be interesting to experience because I do kind of want to know what the challenge is. They've also added uniques, which are special pieces of gear or jewels and such that have specific attributes and can only be found in specific challenge rooms. They are apparently very rare to find, so it would be cool to maybe try and collect a bunch of them, but we'll just have to see because that will probably only ever happen by chance. They've also made changes to the brazier objective, how durability damage reduction works, reworked gear crafting, added new vendor varieties, and just honestly, so many changes that I would be stood here all day before I went through them all. So I think I'm going to leave this here and we'll just have to discover and work out the rest of the changes together. Or you can go and read the patch notes, but they're quite long, and I can't summarise all of them. But before we jump into our first vault of the day, there are actually a couple of things I want to do. And the first is, I'm not quite sure why I have an unspent skill point. I'm pretty sure I didn't have one last episode, and I haven't unlearned anything, but I guess we have that now, and I'll probably just keep hold of it so we can have another level in Blazing when we level up, but that exists. Then I think I want to use one of these neuralizers and reallocate all my expertise points. This is mostly because of the change to Unbreakable, which now instead of giving you durability damage reduction, just increases the cap for durability damage reduction, which I believe is now 50% as a base, and while I can obviously see the use for it because I do love keeping my gear for so much longer, it's not quite as helpful as it previously was, so I think let's just use this neuralizer. And let's reallocate our 19 expertise points. So first, we obviously need our 3 levels in Bounty Hunter because I need those 2 active bounties. Then I really do love Fortuitous Finesse because legendaries are so fun, so let's put 2 points in there. We haven't actually been benefiting much from Divine recently, but I still think it's worth maxing out. Then they actually made some changes to bartering, so it now has 3 levels and give a max reduction of 45% instead of 50%, but I just love vendors too much, so let's just put that all the way up. Jeweler has also been updated since you can't actually cut jewels anymore, so now instead it gives an extra roll on the jewel pouches, which sounds like a pretty good investment, which is probably why it costs 2 points, but I think that's probably worth it. And then I feel like the choices get a lot harder, but I think I'm going to go with 2 levels in Trinketer to just keep them going for a little bit longer. Then let's go for 2 levels in Infuser because not getting negative modifiers is always wonderful. And for our last 2 points, I think let's put them both into Crystalmancer so we can just get even more modifiers on our crystal. Yeah. I mean, I was kind of tempted to go for a level or 2 in Fortunate, but we have quite a lot of most ores apart from like Echo, so I think the other expertise are just a bit more useful overall. And with that all sorted out, we really need to fix our chestplate, especially because we are about to take quite a lot more durability damage than we previously did. I'm kind of scared about how that's going to work out, but we will just have to see. And I think we're hopefully ready to head into the vault. So let's make ourselves a nice warm-up crystal. And we still have our Larimar bounty, but we can take 1 more, so we can either complete 1 elixir for 2 echo gems, or we can find 41 Vault Essence for a bunch of gold. Ooh, let's go for this one for now. And let's see what we get. Oh, a Hunt the Guardians, okay, and it looks like one of the Blood Moon themes, which I think they said they made some changes to the mobs inside here, so that might be quite interesting. I guess we'll see if we run across any of the pillars, and if we do, we can always try for a Hunt the Guardians, but I think I kind of just want to run around, loot, and explore, and just see what happens. I don't think I'm going to spend the whole time just chasing down pillars. Let's just see what we get. Also, can I just say, this vault theme always just looks so ominous. Like, ridiculously ominous, like I should be terrified for my life, and I kind of am. Oh, hi! Now that's new. And awesome. Oh my god, hello. Who are you? And you're so hard to see. Yeah. Christ, but you look so cool, but you're so difficult to actually see in this vault theme. Okay. Also, the sound is epic. Who are those guys? They must be one of the new things that they added, but they are awesome. Ooh, I wonder what else they've added to this theme. Okay, they must be the new Horde mob, because we found a lot of them. You look so cool, but why are there babies of you? You would have been cooler without a baby variant, just saying. Let's see how this goes. Oh, you guys have, like, little hammers. Is that you? Have you always had hammers? Have I been blind and misremembering? Probably. Also, where on earth are you? Okay. That wasn't too painful. Also, I don't know why, but I'm very disconcerted by the colour of my potion. I checked and it's still regen, but it's very disconcerting for that suddenly to be a completely different colour for some reason. It just looks wrong in my hotbar. Hopefully... Oh yeah, we're like 1 Larimar away from completing that. That's perfect. In fact, that should do it. Perfect. Ooh, that's 1 bounty complete, and we found 14 out of 41 Vault Essence, so that's also looking pretty good. Who are you? Oh, you look cool. You must be the tank mob. You look awesome. Oh, and you have little silverfish guys. I mean, that guy looked pretty cool. I love that this theme has finally got some unique mobs, because it is a very cool theme, and the mobs were always just a little bit weird. Hi there. Yeah, let's look at you. You look so cool. You're kind of like a corrupted iron golem who spawns silverfish, which is very mean. Just saying. But you look cool, so I guess I'll let you off. Ooh, and a vendor. I wonder if it'll be one of the new varieties. That would be awesome. I do really want to see what they look like. I think they said some are bigger and some are smaller, so obviously it would be nice to find a bigger than usual one. But we're gonna have to learn where everything is inside the new structures either way. So let's see, what are you? Ooh, you are new. And this is so much easier to see everything at once. So we have a mod box, a wand, or a catalyst. I don't think I want any of those, but I do like that. That looks really cute. Hello. Ooh, another one of these. I mean, I guess we may as well do it, because why not? And that's another one sorted. And that's our other bounty complete. Perfect. We have completed both of them in this one vault, which is very, very nice. I do always love when we manage to do that. And you guys are so slow. Sorry, that completely distracted me, but you guys are so slow. I feel like they accidentally did some numbers wrong on this update or something for the Vault Dweller speed, because that... Oh, that was incredibly slow. Is this a raid room? I don't know how long it's going to take me. I don't know if I have time. Maybe? I suppose let's try? I have no idea how this works. Oh, okay, this is what we can do. 10 ornate chests, but they have extra max health and add some pillager spawns. Sure, that one. Hi. Oh, okay. How do I get up to you guys? I don't know. I don't know how I'm meant to get up here. I got up here somehow. I don't know what I'm doing, as I'm sure you can tell. I mean, to be fair, they will just kill themselves on my thorns. There is that. Okay. Okay, just shoot me. Thank you. Okay. This is cool. But I need to be quicker. Add Vindicators. Add Ravagers. Sure, add... Why did I add Ravagers? Oh, that was a bad choice. Hi, guys. You are all terrified. And you guys are so difficult to deal with, apart from shooting you like this. I'm mostly killing you with my thorns, I'm not gonna lie. Was there another guy up there? You, actually hit me. Please. Thank you. One focus, wooden chests. Let's go for wooden chests. Vindicator spawns. This is such a cool idea. I feel like I'm very overwhelmed right now. But this is very cool. It's just a shame that I'm mostly relying on thorns to actually deal with these guys. Oh god, what are you doing all the way up there? Please hit me. I definitely can't hit you from here. Oh my god. Shoot me! Again! Oh my god, you have such terrible aim. Jesus Christ. My god. Please. Hit me. You are taking so much time. Please kill me. Well, don't kill me. Please kill yourself accidentally. My god. Man. Thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, it's complete, so do I... Ooh. There. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. It's like a little spiral staircase you can go down that has all the stuff in it. I'm getting stuck on the spiral staircase. Oh, but this is so cool. That's such a cool idea. Oh, I really want to try that again now I actually vaguely understand what's going on. I wonder if doing a raid vault actually is basically that, but for an entire vault, because that sounds like a lot of fun, I can't lie. I really hope we find another one of those later. I'm actually so glad that I got to experience that first time in this rather than having watched it, because that was so much more fun to have absolutely zero clue and just try and work it out. And it seems that my actual arch nemesis in that room is pillagers, because I just rely on them hitting me to actually be able to kill them, because they are such a pain to get to. We got to experience a surprising amount of the new updates in that vault. We found a raid room, which it turns out is awesome, but I definitely need to try that again when I actually have a vague understanding of what's going on. We also saw all of the new mobs in this theme. Oh, that was cool. And we found 108 ores, 132 chests, and 330 mobs, and I believe that should have been enough to level us up. And on top of finding all of those new things, we also got a bunch of loot. We got 5 mod boxes, a ton of ores, a jewel pouch which I am very excited to actually look into. We also got 7 gear pieces, and we completed both of our bounties, which means we also get to open both of these. So let's investigate this jewel pouch first, so I assume we just open it? Yes, ooh, and look at that, because these are chip jewels, they are all size 10. So you just don't even have to think about it, which is so nice, because it's so hard sometimes to really pay attention to the balance between the size and the modifier, and it's so nice to just have one of those out of your hands, and all you need to care about is what it's giving you. So this 3.8% copiously is always going to be worse than this 4.1%. There's no ambiguity there, that's just true. And the other thing is that you can also, if you just really don't like any of these, you can get a random jewel. So I do like that as an idea as well, because sometimes you might be like, I really don't care about 6% trap disarm, maybe you've got something else super low and you can just take a gamble instead. It's such a cool idea. But what do we go for? I mean, 4.1% copiously is actually pretty high. Let's go for that. Oh, I do love that system, I can't lie. And as for all of this gear, we managed to find one piece of gear with a legendary modifier, and that is these common boots with a plus 73% soul quantity, which I think must be replacing soul chance as probably just a renaming, and it's actually a relatively low roll even though it is of course a legendary, and that along with the fact that it's a common, I don't think I'm going to keep hold of this. But can I just mention very quickly, look at the number of repairs, because that is a frankly ridiculous number of repairs on a piece of gear. So I still don't think I'm going to keep it, but that just looks absolutely insane to me. But I do think I might keep hold of these epic boots, and actually there's quite a few things on this which are different than how they used to be, which is all quite interesting. So you'll notice that durability is no longer under the implicit section, it's with that top bit, which means that if you do a fundamental focus, the durability is actually never going to change, which is quite an interesting idea. And you'll also notice that the durability range is actually a lot higher than it used to be, because if you look at my old boots, they've actually got a lower durability than they could roll if I got these now. And as far as I'm aware, that's because of the change to how the durability damage reduction works, so they've increased the amount of durability that gear pieces have to try and help counteract some of those issues. Another new thing is effect avoidance, which I think has replaced poison avoidance, but means that it also works for a variety of other effects as well, which is pretty cool. And I think effect duration might also be new. But in general, I definitely need to check this against some of my backup pieces of gear, but there is definitely a chance I will keep this, because 23 armor is not bad, although it is a very low crit hit resistance. But I'll look into it. And since we leveled up, that means we have our 2 unspent skill points, which means, I think, I'm gonna go for another level in Blazing. I'm still not noticing any particular problem with our mana regen, so I think Blazing is probably the way to go. And as is so often the case with these update videos, I think we probably actually only have time for one more vault today because of all the updates we had to go through at the start and just generally taking a bit longer to explore everything, but hopefully it will be another good one. And I think I'm gonna have to go for another completion on our Ascension run. So, let's make the crystal. And we can take the elixir bounty, just in case that's what we get. And let's see what we find. What have we got? Ooh, it is an elixir. Wonderful. And is this another Blood Moon theme? I'm not sure what it is. I feel like I haven't seen this before, but it might be another Blood Moon theme, which would be interesting. And it is an elixir, which is perfect, and it does have 3 flames, so let's just hope that doesn't mean that we're gonna have some bad rolls, because I have 2 very good reasons for wanting to complete this vault. But let's see, and also I guess let's find out if this is a Blood Moon theme. I feel like it must be. but I don't know. Oh, and our first room is a mushroom, which we haven't found in quite a long time. Okay, you have some elixir. I will take it. Okay, that was an unexpected, lovely first room. You have some elixir, which is also good. And it is another blood moon theme. Man, how on earth did we manage to find two of them? Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Those guys camouflage in way too well, just saying. But I could really do with wooden chests being good. I mean, they give some. I'll take that. Okay, this one might be a bit of a slog, but hopefully... Actually, it might be a bit more than a slog. This might not be doable, but we're gonna keep trying. Oh! A code room! I mean, I will definitely take it. And honestly, coins give a pretty decent amount of elixir. Maybe this is actually going to be what saves us. Who knows? We managed to find, what, 2 Omega rooms in this one vault? Because the first room was the mushroom. That was this vault, wasn't it? I think it was. Christ, okay. Talk about getting some good luck. It is mildly disconcerting that all of the water is red. I can't lie. Just casually swimming around in some blood looking for coins. I think that might be most of them. God, that was so good. Perfect. I mean, that definitely gave us a boost to our elixir and an awful lot of coins. So even if we do fail, I will still count that as a huge win. But there's some ornate chests. Hello. Ooh, soul mirror. What on earth is that? I guess we will find out when we get out of here. I'm very intrigued as to what on earth that was that just popped into my inventory. It's such a shame that we're going to have to leave our Ascension Vault like that, but we tried. And we got 477 coin piles, 33 ores and 130 chests, and 363 mobs. If the coins had just had a little bit more elixir, that might have been doable. Or living chests. Honestly, we found 47 thanks to the other Omega room. That was kind of a crazy vault. And I suppose we may as well put our soul plaque of 3 next to our previous soul plaque of 3. Maybe one day we will actually manage to get another 8 or even higher. But today, it's not that day. But we did come out of there with a lot of loot. We got over 2,000 bronze, 4 mod boxes, a bunch of ores, and also this soul mirror stamp looking thing, which says it's an antique, which I vaguely remember hearing about, but I don't think it was even particularly mentioned much in the patch notes, so we're definitely going to have to investigate that in a little bit. But we also got another jewel pouch and 5 gear pieces, so let's take a look at the jewel pouch first. Ooh, that's a very low roll on copiously. That's a pretty good roll on reach, or that's another low roll on copiously. Okay, so I guess the question is, do we want the reach on its own because it's a pretty good roll, or do we gamble? Let's gamble it. Let's see what we get. What did we find? Really low item quantity. That was a shame. Probably should have taken the reach there, but you know, you never know what you're going to get from a gamble, and we do have quite a lot of reach jewels, so I think it was probably worth at least trying. And as for this gear, unfortunately, I don't think any of this is worth keeping hold of. I mean, 3 of them are axes, which I'm obviously not going to keep hold of, and then we just got a common helmet and a common shield, so I don't think we will keep any of those. So now I guess we just need to see what we can find out about antiques, which helps if you can spell. And an antique stamp collector book. That sounds like an important thing. Ooh, it takes an echo gem. I mean, we've got that. But that definitely sounds like maybe this is a bit more of a late game type of thing. Oh, okay, there's like a whole bunch of them. So can I put you... Yes, you can go in here. And apparently there can be discovery clues, but they appear to be corrupted. Huh. Okay, I mean, there's definitely quite a few of these, and clearly there's space to add more later, which would obviously be cool. And I guess you've got to try and work out the conditions for finding them, so something we did in that vault meant that we found this, but I don't know exactly what it was. And I'm also guessing that if I find 4 of these, because it says 1 out of 4, I'm guessing if you find 4 of them, then you get a Vault God capstone? I have some vague memories of hearing bits about this ages ago, so I'm guessing this is how it's gonna work. And it is very intriguing. I wonder if I can just keep this in my inventory and the stamps will just go in there? That would kind of make sense, like the soul shard pouch does. Maybe we'll do that, and I really would love to know how you get discovery clues. And maybe it's just if you find more of them. So when you find the second one or the third one, it sort of adds to the amount of times you've done that thing, so it gives you some clues for what you did. But honestly, it could have been anything. It was when I was killing some mobs, but I don't remember which mobs, and I also don't know if it's theme dependent or if it's something else. I mean, Soul Mirror sounds like it could be something to do with soul shards, so it could be like you've gained a certain number of soul shards in a vault. Could give it to you? I really don't know. Can you tell that I have no clue? That's so cool though. I'm very intrigued to find what all of these are and how you get them, and the rewards from them. I mean, a Vault God capstone is pretty cool, so very intriguing. And just before we finish for the day, I realised that we found quite a lot of mod boxes, so let's just open a stack and see what we can find, because I do always love opening these things. It's always very interesting, so let's see what we get. And I don't think it's our most lucrative opening we've ever done, but I will say that we definitely did get some very useful things. I mean, we got 4 framed compacting drawers, which are always helpful for storing a bunch of stuff without needing a lot of upgrades. We also got 2 more solar panels, which are always welcome, a 16k storage disk, and some smaller ones which we can always combine if we need to, an absolute ton of drawer upgrades, which are always very, very handy, and we got 2 more aquatic entanglers, which we can add below our base to catch even more fish. I mean, we do now have the cagerium cages for fish, so it isn't as necessary, but it's still nice to have more than one source of resources. But with that, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I had a lot of fun with this new update, although I was definitely overwhelmed at times trying to work out exactly what was going on, but we still managed to keep going, and while we didn't complete any of our vaults, I feel like we did at least do a pretty good job of actually exploring the update, which is honestly my main thing when it comes to these update episodes. And I am very much looking forward to continue exploring them. I mean, the antiques are very intriguing to me. I also really want to run another raid room, especially now I actually understand them a little bit better. I want to find more jewel pouches and see what we can find. There are just a lot of things to experiment with, so hopefully we'll be able to continue with that next episode. But until then, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!